I mean, it's just quite literally a matter of, you know, picking it up, and you can order the kits on Amazon. But that snaps on like that, and then you have one spark plug on either cylinder that just comes right off, and then this is a gravity drain. You can just, you know, let it warm up a little bit and fill up a gallon jug or something like that.
Right.
The unit takes about 1 quart and 3/4 of oil, but definitely check it, you know, as you're filling it up, not to overfill it. If you overfill a little bit, it's no big deal, but it's better.
Well, I mean, that's what it's got in it right now, right?
Yeah, yep, and it's better for it to be a little low than a little high, but obviously not too low because then you're. Let's see the control board itself. You got a USB here for any type of upgrades. Updates, and then you got a little fuse there to protect the board in case of some type of surge. This is just the on and off breaker. That's just what's going to keep the power in the generator or let it leave the generator depending on what you want. You got another auxiliary shut off right here, or emergency switch, or like a kill switch.
Okay.
Right now the unit's set up to exercise at Monday at noon, and it'll run for 5 minutes independent of the power in the house. It'll just run, do some self-diagnostics, lubricate, you know, let the oil kind of get through the engine and charge up the battery a little bit. Let's see here. In this control board, you can do things like monitor the run hours. You can change things like the exercise time and the language and hours and all that kind of stuff, you know, time zones, things like that. But obviously it's all kind of set up to be this time zone.
Yeah.
So, underneath this little thing, you got underneath this trap door here, you got a battery. It's a 26R, so just like a small car battery. And we typically get like 5 to 6 years out of them. So hopefully that probably won't be your problem before you get rid of this.
Right.
And sometimes we get more, but we like to change them before they're completely dead, so that way you're not left in the dark at all. Let's see here. This is the exhaust side. That's the intake side. So, you know, it does expel carbon monoxide and heat, but my guess is your bushes here are developed enough to where they're not going to be, you know, impacted unless it's like a very long run outage. And then, of course, they're subject to carbon monoxide poisoning as well as.
Yeah, well, anything that burns up, it can be pruned off anyway. You don't even see the backside of these plants.
Exactly, and it's not, you know, the exhaust is hot, but it's not hot enough to where it's going to catch anything on fire. So that's always. But this is the exhaust side. That's the intake side. So in the event of a snowstorm, if it ever snows again more than a couple inches, if the louvers are covered up, potentially it could you know, starve of oxygen if it goes to start. So
just keep it clear.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't need to be clear, and honestly, there's enough areas to where it can suck oxygen through. I can't imagine that causing it to not start. But at Genrex school, that's one of the things they tell us to say.
Right.
So that snaps like this. The unit has except you can hook it up to your Wi-Fi if you want, so you can do remote monitoring. The unit comes with the Wi-Fi already installed in it, so whether you want to hook it up or not is up to you. I don't want to say it's a good thing or a bad thing. I know my generator, I don't have it hooked up just because it's, you know, I
don't need to
when I get home.
Right.
But if you want to, you certainly can. And then that the account that you create to do that, I think it's like $100 a year, and that can be you know, you can pass that password and information on to the next homeowner or whatever.
Right.
The unit's registered now under this address, as well as activated the warranty. So you got a 5-year warranty right now, and I believe you have a 7-year warranty that will go into effect once it's like fully registered, and they have to send in paperwork, and then they get so they'll have that to follow up with you. But as far as, you know, the unit itself, you got any questions or concerns or anything about it?
No.
Okay, cool. That's what I like to hear. Let's just go take a look at the actual ATS box downstairs, and then